Hello, everyone. I hope you all are happy and healthy. Today, I'm going to talk about what I think is the best live action sitcom in Nickelodeon history. No, it's not Victorious. No, it's not iCarly. And no, it's not Henry Danger. It's Side Hustle. Yes, Side Hustle is Nickelodeon's best live action sitcom. Okay, I might be a little biased. I might be a little biased when I say that, but even if I look at the show in a more objective way, it is at least the best live action sitcom that Nickelodeon has released in recent years. Lex Presley and Munchie accidentally blow up Munchie's dad's boat and now have to embark on the journey of paying their debt off. With the help of Presley's super smart brother Fisher, they create an app which allows anyone to hire them for various side hustles. I absolutely think the side hustle concept for this show is super creative, and it's part of why I love the show so much. The side hustles that the trio do range from normal, like working at a restaurant and renting out rooms for extra cash, to really unusual, like being unlicensed detectives. I really like how they do a mixture of normal and not so normal jobs, and even the jobs they do that are more normal tend to spiral out of control and cause a hilarious situation that the characters have to work through. The show honestly makes working look fun, and each side hustle is like a little adventure that the three go on, and I absolutely love it. I do find that the show underutilizes the concept in some episodes, but it's still such a great concept and this is a great show nonetheless. Also, the main trio, Lex, Presley, and Munchie, are amazing characters with really fun personalities. Munchie is super kind and caring, as well as super optimistic, and he can get excited about anything. Like, he can seriously find joy in the smallest things. I also love how quirky and goofy he can be, and his positive attitude is super inspiring. He doesn't let anything get him down, and it's amazing. Presley is a super fun character and one of the funniest characters on the show. She can be a bit wild and kind of extra, for lack of a better word, and she can go overboard sometimes with her really wild ideas, and it's very funny to watch sometimes. She's confident and a big dreamer, and along with Munchie, her character brings so much life to the show. Lex is the character that is most like me. She's caring and kind hearted, and she's also the most normal character out of everyone, which is actually a good thing because it's refreshing to have a normal character when all the other characters are so wild. She's the most reasonable character out of Presley and Munchie, like those two would seriously be lost without her. And she makes Presley and Munchie do the right things and influences them to be better. I like how she's smart, even though she's not a super genius like Fisher. I also like how she's not only book smart and gets good grades, but she's also life smart and good with interpersonal situations. I also love how she's kind of a goody two shoes and likes following the rules and keeping everything the way that it should be and keeping everything under control. And that actually proves to be one of her biggest strengths. She is the grounding force that brings everyone together. And I also appreciate her love for animals. And Lex Presley and Munchie are also relatable characters. And by that, I mean they aren't portrayed to be these perfect protagonists, and they actually make mistakes like normal people do. Despite their shortcomings and being prone to making lots of mistakes, they are characters who have good intentions and they are still portrayed to be good people, which they absolutely are. These three, as well as all of the five main characters, are the best live action characters that Nickelodeon has had in a long time. Also, Lex Presley and Munchie have one of the best friendships I have ever seen. You can tell that these three truly care for each other. Like, Lex and Presley gave up an opportunity to pay off their entire debt just to prove that they were loyal to Munchie. It's also great to see these three being able to work on different jobs together. Being able to work with your best friends seemed like it would be amazing, like you would get to see each other every day. And now onto Jaggett's character. Yes, he's kind of mean, but he might just be the funniest character Nickelodeon has ever had. Especially in season 2, my goodness, his character makes me laugh so much. In addition to being hilarious, he also plays an interesting role in the show, especially during the second half of the second season of the show. He is kind of like the show's anti-hero. He's a protagonist that also acts like the antagonist to the trio sometimes, since he makes the trio's lives more difficult by constantly demanding the weekly payments from them. Like he's literally like he's it's almost like he's breathing down their necks, like constantly pestering them for the payment, and it's so funny. And I also love how over the top, wild, weird, quirky, and intense Jagged can be. And like seriously, it's just so fun to watch him just, go overboard sometimes. I also tend to like those types of characters that are really wild and a bit arrogant, like King Julian and Hudson from Jesse and Parker from Bunked, Vic from Villains of Valley View. And so maybe that's why I love his character so much, because I just tend to like these types of characters. But anyways, I also just love all the details they put into his character. Like, he's a crossing guard and he's very passionate about his job. He created his own martial arts based on what he learned as a crossing guard called Jitsu, and he created a superhero alter ego for himself called the Jaguar. If it wasn't for Jaggett and his shenanigans, I don't think I'd love this show as much, because I think his character is the second reason that I love this show so much, aside from the concept of the show. And I love that he started playing a more important role in season 2. I personally love to see him being strict and constantly bothering the three for the payment, since it adds a little drama into the show without making the show like feel like a drama. Plus, it's absolutely hilarious, like I said before. Although I do wish that they would have added a little bit more depth to his character. They could have taken his character in the direction of being the strict, tough love character in order to make the, like, basically acting that way and being so strict in order to make the others better. Because, like, I don't know, maybe he thinks that if he doesn't be like super strict on them, then they'll blow up another vehicle or something, you know? And if it was just like he was if it was just that he was being overprotective in like a very weird way, like that would have been more interesting instead of just having him be mean for no reason. But but nonetheless, he's still a hilarious and fun character, and he's one of the best characters in this show. Okay, the next thing about this show is that it's extremely funny. Like, the comedy and the humor in this show is really good. The jokes actually work and they're actually funny. And while some episodes might seem simplistic to some people, this show can take the most random everyday situations and make it absolutely hilarious. This show is truly what Nickelodeon was missing all of these years. It has great characters, the show is actually funny, it has a creative concept, the main three characters have a great friendship, and it's just such a lighthearted and fun show to watch. I also like how the show realistically portrays how being in debt will cause more problems in your life, as evident by Jagged constantly interrupting their plans and making their lives difficult because of the money that they owe him and the money that they owe his dad. But Lex Presley and Munchie also don't let being in debt completely stop them from enjoying their lives, and I appreciate that as well. This show is even inspirational to me because I can relate to being as imperfect and prone to making mistakes as the main trio, but seeing how the three figure out how to not let their mistakes stop them from achieving their goals, completing each of their jobs, and living their lives the way they want to, gives me hope that I can do the same thing. Working a completely different job every week is a very difficult thing, especially for three people who have probably never worked before. They don't have any experience and they just have to learn as they go, but they aren't afraid to take on that challenge and they have fun while doing so. And that is why Side Hustle is my favorite live action sitcom that Nickelodeon has ever released. Yes, I like it more than Victorious and iCarly. If you want to give the show a real chance, at least watch the season 2 episodes, which are called Thumb and Thumber, Rumor Has It, Prank You Very Much, Dinner for Jerks, and Yesly Day. I think those are some of the show's best episodes, and I talked about why in my season 2 episode ranking if you want to check that out. But yeah, the show just gets better as it goes on. Like, the second half of season 1 is better than the first half, and the first half of season 2 is better than the second half of season 1, and the second half of season 2 is the best part of the entire show in my opinion. It's such a shame that Nickelodeon canceled this show, because I have no doubt in my mind that season 3 would have been the best season yet. this show proves that Nickelodeon is still capable of creating good live action shows. So please watch the first 13 episodes of this show on Paramount Plus and check out those 5 season 2 episodes that I mentioned either on the Nickelodeon on demand, like if you have on demand, or you would probably have to wait until they're out on Paramount Plus or buy the episodes, but honestly, please whenever you can give the show a chance because you will not regret giving this show a chance. I love how this show doesn't get super serious. It doesn't really get serious at all, and it doesn't try to be preachy or teach anything. It doesn't try to make you cry. It just focuses on the fun and reminds you of the good things in life. And that's something that is needed in hard times like this in order to give you hope and remind you that life doesn't have to be all doom and gloom if you hustle to create the life that you want. Well, anyways, that's it for this video. What do you think about this show if you've seen it? Please let me know all of your thoughts about this show once you watch it or if you've already watched it. And thank you so much for watching and listening to this video. I hope that you have a great day. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and an amazing New Year. And please remember to love yourself and be kind to everyone. Bye.